Well, the weather was nice today, and I got my preacher rag, my towel to wipe down the sweat, and it feels good. It feels good to have that sun and hot weather. And weather is the number one reason why people move, why people relocate due to weather. And when I went on a journey to downsize 3 years ago, weather played a big part in my decision making process. I lived in New Jersey, grew up there, and just wasn't happy with the weather. And I was thinking about what are my choices. I could choose to be a snowbird. I could choose to buy a property in Florida. I could choose to try to get two properties, one in Florida and one in New Jersey. Many people are faced with that. What's up, Cheto? What's up, Snow Panther? Uh, can you guys hear me good? Is the video coming in good? Because I had to relocate, man. I tried to go live earlier, but now I'm getting a little bit of static. So hopefully you can see me good. But either way, like I say, what I wanted to talk about tonight was that on my downsizing journey and on my living my best life journey, I was faced with a decision to make with regards to moving based on weather. And some people said, look, it's best to be a snowbird. It's best to go travel south in the winter and come back up north in the summer. Because that way you escape the brutal winters of the northern hemisphere and you escape hurricane season and the hot humidity down south in the summer. So you have, quote unquote, the best of both worlds. That's an option, okay? But let me just run through some of the decision-making process, okay? One is I would never recommend having two houses. I almost made that mistake, and I'm glad I didn't. I would have buried myself in debt. And even if you can financially afford it, what I found out is that it's not just about if you can financially afford it, it's if you're emotionally willing to be entangled in more responsibility and obligation. Example, I'm up north now in the summer, but if I had two properties, one up north and one down south in Florida, you would still be worrying about your property down south in the summer. You'd still be paying a home insurance for it. You may have a house sitter because, you still have to keep the air conditioning on. You still have to babysit the house because mold, infestation, all those things can happen when a house isn't being used. If the toilets aren't being flushed, if the water isn't running through the pipes, or if you have entanglement financially. So what I've learned on my less is more journey on less things equals more happiness in many instances is that having two homes, one up north and one down south, is not a good option because it costs more and it makes you worry more. So don't have more than you need. The second option is, look, you could just rent when you're down south, have a short-term rental, then rent when you're up north. The problem with that is you'd be renting in peak season in both locations. As an example, peak season in Florida is November through April. And the rents are the highest then, almost double what they are in the summer. Or if you had an all year round rental. So they jack the rates up if you're a short-term rental. And it's extremely high January, February, March. Those 3 months are the peak season in Florida. So you'd be paying very high rent. And then same thing up north. The peak season is, June, July, August. So if you just did short-term rentals, that's good that you're not obligated long-term to anything, but you are paying the highest rents and it's really not financially wise unless you just have extra disposable cash or you're willing to deal with that because, again, you actually get a better deal the longer you stay somewhere. And you have a better feeling because you're constantly at the same place and there's a better rhythm. So the third option is to be a nomad and to travel with the weather. Many times years ago, people did migrate north and south based on the weather because at that time in human history, hundreds of years ago, we didn't have climate control houses. We didn't have the evolved shelters that we call homes now, which are very much a cocoon that shields us from all things with hurricane impact windows, again, climate control everywhere. So we lived a primitive life hundreds of years ago. We were very much nomads to a certain extent for certain people for survival. And so you can still do that nowadays and travel with the weather if you lived mobile in your RV, van, or even car. Now, living mobile has its downside where there's a lot of wear and tear on your vehicle, but also your mind. When you're constantly moving, there is something to be said that it wears you out being on the road. The good part about, though, being a snowbird living mobile is you're not entangled to anything. You have the freedom to change. You have the maximum financial independence, and it's a liberating thing. You're never going to time the weather perfect. Okay, you're always going to, like this morning, it was raining real bad, and then in the afternoon it was nice. So you're never going to get it perfect. What's the best time to travel? Well, the best time to go down south is October or November. The best time to come back up north is probably June, maybe the end of May, but really I would say June. You don't want to be in Florida in August and September. That's the height of hurricane season. It's really hot and humid. And you really don't want to be in New Jersey in April or anything in the winter months because it's just too cold. So, being a snowbird, if you're a little bit creative, you don't have to own two homes. You don't even have to rent two homes. You could just have one thing, a RV or a vehicle. Now, for a family, that may not be adequate. Okay, so then you'll have to look at different ways. And when in doubt, make your primary residence Florida. Why? As long as you can sustain an income there, get a job transfer there. And again, if you're working at Walmart, you could get a job transfer and you could work seasonally down in Florida in the winter and up north in the summer because that's when they need seasonal help. Or any big realtor, any big retailer, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, they need help in the peak seasons at peak times. So just think about that too if you're trying to figure out how do you secure an income. If you're working with certain companies, and especially now a lot of companies are allowing people to work remote, give that some thought. But make your home base Florida, and if you had no choice to be a snowbird because your family circumstance or your job is restricting, then make your home base Florida because in my opinion, I'd rather have more sun than less, and I'd rather deal with the height of hurricane season and the hot, humid weather than the brutal winters. Okay, but obviously, look, if you like to travel up and down with the weather and avoid the extremes, then the snowbird is your best option. And, the final thing I'll share with you is just that there's a culture, though, even when you travel with the weather, the culture doesn't travel with you. Each state has its own personality. Personality equals culture. So you'll figure that out as you travel and as you go to different places, that there's a different vibe, there's a different environment, different mindset. So that's one thing that the weather does not follow. Every state in America has very much a different personality, very much different, sometimes laws and regulations. Again, in America, we've got 50 states and they have different laws, different regulations, and different cultures. So you'll have to consider all those things on your journey. But I would say for most people, you should not own two homes. For most people, keep it simple. And when in doubt, default to the ideal weather as a home base and just come up north for a vacation. If you don't have the life circumstance where you can travel for the entire summer up north, just take a vacation in August and September, and or either one, come back up north to get a break because it is true. Look, if you get the sun every day, it wears you out. Just like if you get the cold winters every day, it wears you out. Anything, if you get too much of anything, it can wear you out. You need breaks. You need to, recharge yourself. But I want to share some thoughts on the subject of being a snowbird because I want to give you something to think about and, just cultivate your inspiration, cultivate your mind. Again, if you appreciate these videos, I appreciate if you click the thumbs up. We'll read all the live comments. Also, I appreciate all my members. I know Snow Panther is a member. I got a new custom badge you'll see next to all my members' name in a live feed. Well, Snow Panther, he's a member on his other on his other profile, Nathan. But all the members, they'll see that. And every Sunday I do a members only chat. You'll get unlimited access. Good to see you, John. So I'm really looking to grow that. It's been good. It's been good. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about getting that custom badge for everyone. So let's read all live comments. I'll take a hydration break and we'll go from there. And you can ask me any questions about being a snowbird. I've traveled up and down to Florida, back up north several times. I have the experience. I have the knowledge. I've researched. I know the real estate markets in both. I know the environments. I know the cultures in both. I know the nomadic life. I know the campgrounds in both. So let's go top live. Cheto, good to see you. I appreciate that. Snow Panther, a.k.a. Nathan, good to see you on the other profile. Lila, a.k.a. Zach, what's up, Lila? Cheto, all good, good. Yeah, I'm glad because I don't know if this video was coming in good. I had to tether my phone. When you're living full-time on the road, and if you can't get Wi-Fi from a gas station or a Walmart, tether your phone. I have an unlimited plan, but I had to move from the gas station I was at. So hopefully the tethering on my phone makes this video come in clear because I could see it on my laptop, but it's freezing up on my laptop. Money man, everything is good, Sam. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Clear communication. Well, that's key. For any YouTuber out there, people get frustrated when your video lags. And hopefully it's not lagging, but I understand the frustration there, and that's key to having a decent YouTube channel. Repeat, what's up, Repeat? Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for saying the video quality's good. Ryan, all good. Appreciate you joining again. Carlos, what's up, man? Shout out to South Florida. How are you, Sam? I'm doing better. This morning was rainy and cold in New Jersey, and then afternoon the sun came out. It was 75 degrees sunny. It was nice. I got to sweat a little bit again. I still got pale skin. I don't have my tan back. I'm not in shape like I am in South Florida. In South Florida, the lifestyle's all year round, tropical weather. People embrace that outdoor life, outdoor boating. I still think Florida is suitable for all year round living. And I may, if my mom wasn't up here, I wouldn't be in New Jersey now. I would not travel with the weather unless there was a hurricane. So if you say, Sam, do you recommend being a snowbird? My personal opinion, I'll probably be I'm already a full-time Floridian, but I'm only up here for my mom. Unless there was a hurricane, I probably wouldn't leave Florida. So obviously, I like the mobile lifestyle. I like the flexibility to be able to change my mind without having to sell my house. That's the number one aspect. Number one asset of a nomad is full flexibility. So like I say, if you guys are going through a tough time, just remember, guys, all you need is a tow vehicle and a fully self-contained RV. And if you already have a tow vehicle, even if it doesn't have a hitch, check your tow rating, get a tow hitch installed at U-Haul. Get you a $10,000 travel trailer brand new, and that's your house, okay? If you're going through a divorce, that'll reset your life, okay? If you're going through a hardship, that'll reset your life. You'll have all the amenities of a house without the house, and you can travel with the weather. Let's continue. Ryan B, it's good reception. Praise the Lord, because I don't see it good on my laptop. Thank you, man. X5, what's up, man? Hey, Sam, it's X4. Damn, man. You like X10 Grant Cardone. Haven't changed this since we became a family of 5. Oh, okay, I get it now. Laughing. Well, God bless you, man. God bless everyone who loves the family life, because I do respect that. There's some people that really dig that. Love to you, man. I'm a single guy for life, but I respect those who are happy with what they're doing. I see this great weather today. It got hot. It was nasty in the morning. 88 degrees in Baltimore. Well, shout out to you. And sunny. Yeah, it's about time. Yeah, I got the preacher rag out, man. I haven't had the preacher rag out in 2 months since I was in Florida, because these past 2 months in New Jersey been a disaster. But love to you, man. Shout out to Baltimore. X5, hope you're doing well, Sam. I hope you're doing well also, man. Thank you for that hand pump to you and your family. Diana, hey, Sam, went to Planet Smoothie. I like that today and thought of you. Yeah, palm tree, coconut juice dripping all over your body, and heart emoji. God bless you. Yeah, there's nothing like a smoothie. And in Florida, they have a lot of smoothie cafes. Up north, not really. But in the summertime, they have seasonal cafes like that'll open up on the boardwalk or something like that. X5, did you follow Dave Ramsey to get out of debt? Yes, as a general template. I did not follow his baby steps, step by step. I followed his general guidance. I put my own twist on it, but he did help me cultivate me, get me thinking about living below my means and structuring a budget and looking at my money more. So I don't agree with him on all things, but I agree with his overall philosophy. Iesthesis, I believe in religious freedom, but some girl was saying she is a Satanist. I was like, whoa. Yeah, not my thing either. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. But look, if we're really America, the First Amendment right allows you to be an atheist, a Satanist, or any religion. So when Donald Trump said that religions are essential, that includes Satanism. Why? Because that's what America's founded on, freedom of religion. And even if you say, well, Sam, they didn't start that way, it just started off as Christian. Well, don't forget, when America was founded, even under Christianity, we had slaves. Why? Because the Bible allows slavery. So, guys, it says in the Bible, slaves should obey their slave master. So is that satanic? I think it is. But we were unevolved. Okay. So, as you evolve, you have to think for yourself, whether you're a Christian, Satanist, Buddhist, or whatever you are. So never forget that, guys. Good job. Nice thesis. Oh, I read it. Lila Ikizak. Hey, Nomad. To the virus, I have an interview. Good. Coming up for me. A lot of people going back to work, even though there's 40 million Americans unemployed due to the coronavirus. There's work out there. Like I say, you could always DoorDash or do something. And then it says, interview coming for looking forward to a new house. My responsibility to look at a home, to live. It's hard right now, 4 years from now. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are house sitters and they make money babysitting a house or babysitting a dog. And that's true for a lot of snowbirds. Like they're not in their home on the off season, so they hire other people to come watch their home. So, I don't want that. But that's something real out there. Nice thesis. You want to see a war zone, go to Walmart bathroom at 8 p.m. I've been to them, brother. I live on the road, man. I think some homeless guy took a dookie on the wall. I just deal with a homeless lady running a scam artist on everyone that goes in that gas station. This world's crazy. It is crazy. And eventually that's why you do want to get off the road and maybe be a part-time nomad, have home base. Because the more stationary you are with a safe, secure area, the less you have to deal with people. And that is a benefit. That's why I do look at like an RV lot as my home base. And if I find the right RV lot, I will make it a home base, I think, because I'm ready. But we'll see. If I don't, I'll just keep it flexible. Harmony, what's up, man? It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you also. Thank you guys, everyone, for watching. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you again, all my members, Nathan, and everyone who watches. Thank you. John Suttles, what's up? That's my brother. Hey, Sam, great topic. Thank you, brother. You're meant to be in Stuart, Florida. I want to see you fishing down there, brother. Me and you're going to hook up. We're going to, I don't drink anymore, but I'll have a glass of ice water or I'll have a smoothie with you, brother. And me and you will toast to the good life, brother. You're going to heal. Your family's going to heal. You're going to be okay. Your family's going to be okay. And you're a great guy. I saw you on an email today that I'm glad that you got recognized, brother. And I love you, brother. I'm always praying for you. Never forget that. Lila, I read that. I love you. Mike Reed, what's up, brother? Sam, I just see you in a Class C. Like Pandemonium YouTuber. If I would get an RV, it's going to be a Class B or a small travel trailer if I needed to. I am looking at a travel trailer, but if I get a travel trailer, I don't know if I want to tow it around anywhere, and that's why an RV lot may make sense as a home base. But right now, if I had to choose, it'd be 61 and cloudy in New Hampshire. Hang in there, brother. 90s next week. There you go, brother. Starting. Look, the Earth is on a tilt, okay, and it rotates. And we rotate around the sun. So right now, the northern hemisphere of the Earth is getting ready to get more sun exposure, and that's what a snowbird means. When the sun exposure mainly goes towards the southern states in the winter, that's migrating south. And as the Earth tilts and rotates around the sun, and we make that full circle, and the northern hemisphere starts to get the sun, that's when people travel back up north. And that's the essence of a snowbird, is to travel with that rotation. Guys, don't forget, we're just on a rotating ball, a sphere. That's all Earth is, guys. Okay, so enjoy the ride, man. We're in a tilt-a-ride. Love to you, Steve. X5. I'm a Christian. Love to you. My husband is an atheist. Love to that. So it's all freedom in our house. I like that. I like open-minded people. And I thank God for faith, and I thank God for freedom of expression. Love to both of you. John Suttles, I love you. We're going to do it, man. I believe in that. We're going to keep the faith, keep the hope. When it's sunnier, it's easy to have hope. When I woke up this morning, it was raining. I didn't have hope. But when the sun came out, I said, thank you, Lord. Guys, even if you're an atheist, when the sun comes out, you say, praise the Lord. Get my preacher rag out. Oh, yeah. Click that thumbs up, guys. Backwoods, what's up, A.K. Dylan? Good to see you, brother. Great to have you, man. Hang loose. The Northern Hemisphere, even in northwest part of the country, in a few weeks, you're going to get some warm weather too, brother. So I love you, man. Hang in there, Dylan. Great to see you, brother. Great to have you. Thank you. John Suttles, thanks, man. I love you, brother. I know you're going to be okay. Your family's going to be good too. Old Gringo, my member, you see he's got that badge next to his name. Last night I worked for like 2 hours to upload a custom badge, not just the general ones that YouTube do, but I put a gold star surrounded by like a red emblem for all my members. Everyone who clicks that join button, you're going to have a gold star next to your name signifying you as a member. And every Sunday, and you're going to have those custom emojis, 5 custom emojis. He gave me the drop the mic custom emoji. And every Sunday we do a live chat just for the members. So thank you to all my members. Old Gringo, great to see you, brother. We're going to talk about, I know you like the Mexico style culture. We're going to talk about that in a minute. X5. What Bible did you read, Sam? Well, I read a lot of different translations. I like the New Living Translation as the easiest to understand. What does that mean? Well, when the Bible was translated into English, because don't forget, for many years it was in Hebrew and Greek, it was transferred into English in the European Shakespeare language, like "Thus goeth the Lord." So as obviously time went on, humans evolved, more translation. Instead of saying, the New Living Translation would say, God said this, or there goes God. The King James Version, which was like the first translated to English, would say, thus saith the Lord. So I like easier and simple. Why? Because don't complicate anything, including your faith, because that leaves room for misinterpretation. But you do need to read the different translations to cross-reference the meaning and to put the scripture in context. And you should also read a little bit before the quoted scripture and a little bit after, because a lot of preachers and a lot of nasty people take certain scriptures out of context and they destroy the meaning of the word. Love to you, brother. X5. Are you part of any denomination? No, I grew up Catholic. I joined a non-denominational church for 10 years. I was a youth leader. Then I started my own nonprofit. And now I wouldn't even consider myself a Christian per se, but I believe in Jesus. I believe in what he did, and I thank him for his sacrifice. I believe in God. I respect all religions or no religions. But I just believe in the essence of the gospel. Jesus says, look, how do you sum up the Bible? He says, look, you sum it up in two things: love God and treat your neighbor good. So treat him as yourself or whatever. So it's basic. I'm not going to be abused, though. I have no problem standing up for myself. If someone attacked me, I wouldn't turn the other cheek. So I believe like turning the other cheek is not, I don't look for vengeance. Okay. But obviously if I needed to defend myself, I would defend myself. So I balance everything in the proper way. Love your channel. Well, I appreciate that support. It's just what I was looking for. Thank you. Love these chats. I appreciate that positive comment. Encouragement means a lot. You have so much wisdom. I give God the credit in one sense, and I put in the work, but I'm very thankful for your compliment. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for your encouragement, and love to you and your family also. Old Gringo, my member, he goes 84 degrees Fahrenheit. I gotta get some more Fahrenheit cologne too, man. I must have threw my Fahrenheit cologne out. Once in a while, I like to put a little splash just to smell good. He goes, here in Kansas City. Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs. Can't wait to get back to Arizona and New Mexico. I know that's your style. That's your culture you like. Work keeps me here for now. Well, love to you, Old Gringo. That's one thing you have to consider if you're a snowbird, that you can take the good weather with you or follow the weather, but you can't take the culture with you. So if you like New Mexico, if you like Arizona, that's a different culture than Kansas City. And again, so you'll realize that each state in America has its own culture, or not just each state, but each town. Like Okeechobee, Florida is different than Miami. Tallahassee is different than Jacksonville. Tampa is different than Orlando. Every area has its own culture. That's true. Old Gringo, custom member, dropped a mic emoji. Damn it, brother, I appreciate that. He goes, yeah, he loves Mexico. Love to you, brother. You'll get there, man. Keep that vision in front of you, man. Jacqueline, hey, Jacqueline. You seem happy heading back. Well, right now I'm still in Jersey. I was happy because the sun came out. I got vitamin D and sunshine. So I'm trying to make the most of it. If I can get sun, then I'll stay up here. And I probably will, because the showers are not open up yet with the gyms. So it would just make my life harder to go back down south during the peak of the summer with no air conditioning and no showers. So I'm probably going to stay up north until the fall. Why? Because, again, I don't have showers down south yet. I don't have a fully self-contained RV. And the weather's getting nicer. So, but I will say this, I have been looking at property and RVs. So if I find the right deal, I will travel down there to snatch up one of them if it makes sense. Love to you, Jacqueline. Steve, a lot of badge emojis. Yeah, that's like the gold first place emoji from the Olympics. That's what I was looking for, something like that to give to my members. So I found something like that. Thank you, Steve. Harmony, thumbs up and heart emoji back to you. Old Gringo, St. Louis is different than KC. Yeah, shout out to Nikki Glazer. She's a comedian. I recommend you follow her. She's funny. Nikki Glazer's from St. Louis. She has a good sense of humor. I like watching her. I've been following her recently. She makes me laugh. old gringo. We say St. Louis looks like the East. KC looks like the West. Oh, interesting. I've never been. Speaking of culture, okay. Yeah, I've never been to either or. I know a couple people from St. Louis, good people. I don't know anyone from KC. Well, I did know one person from KC. That's true. But love and respect to you, man. Love and respect to everyone out there. Well, guys, I'm really hoping this video came in good. Sorry I had to move and mess up the first live feed. But I'm very thankful that the sun came out. And I wanted to share this message with you about being a snowbird because it's something I really thought about when I was downsizing. And I want to give you hope that you don't need to buy 2 properties to be a snowbird. You don't even need to rent 2. You can be a nomad. However, if you're not going to be a nomad, rent. And then if you're ready, commit to buy. Make your home base Florida, as long as you can transfer a job down there responsibly or wherever you'd want to live. And, because as you get older and if you can't travel, you want to be stuck in the warmer state, at least for me. So if you're going to make one primary resident, make it the southern state, in my opinion. Again, obviously you have to look at the different financial and logistical issues with you. But just remember that, guys. And the key to everything is downsizing, getting more liquid, getting rid of stuff, not acquiring. So don't look to acquire a place in Florida. Look to sell your house first. Don't look to buy anything. Look to get rid of stuff first. Liquidity gives you flexibility. And you don't need much. Believe me, and there's a Walmart everywhere. You can always buy. And there's plenty of people willing to rent. You don't need to buy right away. Steve, Sam, what do you think of Joe Rogan moving exclusively to Spotify? Make his free content harder to find. Well, yeah, it'll still be free, but it'll be harder to find. I use Spotify for music. So I'll find him, but yeah, I won't go to him as much. It's easier to find him on YouTube. But he's making a strategical move just like Howard Stern did. Howard Stern used to be on AM radio, and then he went to Sirius radio. So, there's different seasons of life where you make that move. So, I mean, it's understandable. I mean, it'd still be free, and I can understand both aspects of it, but there's precedent. Just like when Howard Stern did it and went to Sirius, he still put out great content. And a lot of his clips are still found on YouTube. And same thing with Joe Rogan. And I think it's a 3-year deal, $100 million deal. So, like I say, both platforms are still free, but YouTube is a better platform because there's just more eyes on it. YouTube is like the biggest social media platform. So, but it's good for all podcasters where it shows value to the podcaster. However, it also shows value to YouTube. And that's why a lot of people say, well, Sam, I don't want to do YouTube. It takes too much of the cut. Without YouTube, there would be no Inspirational Nomad. There would be no, I was inspired by other people watching Florida videos, watching Downsize, watching Nomad videos. I thank God for YouTube for my inspiration and for a platform to be able to use. So, it's a give and take, but everything in life changes. That's true. But I wish him well. I think Joe is a good person to have in society. I don't agree with him on everything, but just like Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey has his own app, but he's also on, he has a YouTube channel. So, but I think exclusively he's going to have to be on Spotify, but I still think he's a good voice in society. He'll still be heard. Lila, Snowbird, New Jersey, when colder weather, winter 365. Well, when in doubt, keep your home base in Florida. And travel up north, June, July, August, start to head down in October. Even September, hurricane season is still a little nasty. But again, if you don't have the option to be a snowbird, just make your home base in Florida. That's what I tell you. But travel there first, visit it. You don't have to commit to a big mortgage. Just take things slow and easy. Downsizing is always the first step, not acquiring. If you can remember that, you always live below your means. You always have flexibility, and you always be able to adapt, whether you're moving to Spotify or moving to New Jersey or God forbid you're doing that. But keep your flexibility as much as possible. That's the key to life, because life is constantly changing, and we learn that even more so with the coronavirus, to how quick things can change. So, you don't need much to enjoy life. I just thank God for the sun, for the vitamin D, and for the warm weather. It makes a difference in your quality of life. And like I say, it's the number one reason why people move is because of the weather. Number one reason why people stay is because of family. Hey, guys, look, you could always visit your family. I'm visiting my mom now, but I'm not living in New Jersey. So wanted to give you something to think about today. It'll be a short live feed tonight, guys, because I could barely see myself on the laptop. And I said what I need to say. I read all the live comments. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, hopefully these videos help you in some way. If they do, I thank you for taking the effort to click that thumbs up and consider clicking that blue join button. I'll see all my members tomorrow on the member-only chat. And don't forget, you check out my playlist and a bunch of other stuff. Thank you, guys. Keep pushing forward. Stay positive best you can.